I heard the Lord very clearly today. It is in his presence that we carry his fragrance. What you stay around determines what you smell like. How can you tell a man or a woman has been around where food is cooked? They smell it. How can you tell a man has been around God? You sense it. God began to open my eyes in our generation and began to link me up with people who smell him. When I see them, I know. And there is a kindred spirit. Please watch who you are relating with. I was going to tell Pastor Akase that if he didn't sing that song on Awake, I would tell him to sing it again. I've heard the song, I've eaten it, I've drank it more than most of you. The closest point to death is sleep. When you sleep tonight, do you know where you are? And that song says, you who sleep the sleep of death. Then you look at somebody like my sister Abby. This is the first time we are meeting her. It will shock you. I've not seen her one-on-one. When I heard her, I said, this one carries the fragrance. No, I'm not part of those people. Be very intentional with the fragrance you surround yourself with. There are people you must drop to remain on the list. My brother Donsi Onyekon, Nathaniel Bassi, Victoria Runze, my young brother Theophilus, all of, please don't just follow people. We have left the days of performance. See your resident pastor. That man that was leading worship is pastor. There's a realm you live where it is not rehearsal. It is culture.
Hi guys, this is Emeka Anslem and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you for always coming back and back again to my channel to watch my content. I really hope that they've been a medium of great blessings to you. Alright, let's get back to the video.
I stand in awe. Sing it softly. I stand in awe of you. Our generation has almost lost that. Holy God, to whom all praise is due. I stand in awe. It sounds like a soft song, but I will show you the depth of it. The awe of God is not something to play around. I stand in awe of you. I stand, Ghana, I stand in awe of you. Holy God, to whom all praise is due. I stand in awe. Holy God, to whom all praise is due. I stand in awe. I stand in awe of you. Kai. I stand. Isaac stands in awe of you. Holy God, to Do you know what it means to be in awe of God? It means to fear him. Many of you fear men more than him. So that's why man can drag you out of your prayer time. How our parents grew up. Where was the telephone in the prayer room? I think this thing happening to us is a strategy of hell, of which all of us, almost all of us, are guilty. Do you fear him to receive a call from a mortal man in the presence of the immortal God? Immortal, invisible, oh God, kind, most
most precious, most glorious, the
ancient of days. Why are you afraid to lose men? Without regard for the God that is already working out. Let them go, let him stay. Let them move, let him stay. We now need to begin to review our fear. How much do we really fear him? Many are in church but not in touch. Many have the form but lack the power. Many have the act but lack everything that should follow the act. God is saying, bring a generation back to fear me. Now when it's prayer time, even your boss calls you. When you close work, you should close work. When you are with God, you are with God. What were you doing? Not, oh, I didn't hear it ring. I was in the presence of my Father. What are you ready to lose to keep him? There are places we carry this kind of message, they will never invite you back. But I'm coming again. And I think we need to be having something like this every year. The awe of God is already missing in a generation. And look at two scriptures. One is Isaiah 11:3. Place that for me, Isaiah chapter 11 verse 3. Just allow the Spirit move. It says, and he shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his own eyes, neither shall he reprove after the hearing of his ears. The fear of the Lord. Isaiah chapter 33. Let's leave that. Let's go to Psalm 24. Psalm 24. 3-4. For who shall ascend? And I said at the beginning, we are about to ascend. Who shall ascend to the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his presence? Element number one. He that has a clean hand and pure heart, and has not sold his soul to vanity or sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing, the awakening, the revival from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. The awe of God is not fear of God. Sorry, not fear for God. The fear of God is different from the fear for God. So we are not saying run away from him. We are saying when you have the awe of God as an essential element, it will enhance intimacy with God. There are things, if you truly fear your spouse, you will not dare, even in their absence. Not fear them in terms of running from them, but honor them. The awe of God. Number 2 is a bit popular, is the love of God. But we didn't start there, because a generation has been cultured to love God without fearing God. It's all right to love God, but that's not where to start. Fear God first. It's all right to love God, but that's not where to start. Fear God first. I read a book maybe a few months ago, almost a year ago. And this great evangelist was asked, at the point where he was being asked, he was already in prison. He was in prison. He was involved in many women matters, involved in fraud and all of that. And this man, young minister, asked him, how did you get here? What happened? He looked at him, he said, all the while I loved God, but I didn't fear him. That's what's happening to the now generation church. We love God. Oh, I love you. I love you. I will do anything. I will give. All that is good, but do you fear him? The secret life you are living, does it show that you fear him? For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro the earth, looking for the remnant, whose hearts, not whose act, whose heart is perfect towards him. God is saying here at Awaken Ghana, let it begin in the awe of God and then move to the fear of God. And finally, number 3 is hunger for God. If you be a man or woman of his presence, I won't just tell you worship. If you worship without the awe of God, it's not going anywhere. If you worship without the love of God, it's going nowhere. If your hunger is not palpable, you can't be a carrier. I'm teaching you how not to wait till you come to church to encounter his presence, but how you can become a mobile carrier. That is, everywhere you go, he goes. Hunger! For blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Presence of God, a man and woman of his presence, comes at a cost. The cost of the fear of God, the cost of the love of God, the cost of hunger. 2023, I told God, Lord, it's all right for anybody to say that I'm guilty, but if I'm found guilty, let it be that I am desperate for you. Let it be that I'm hungry for you. Hear me. If no one has blamed you for going too far, you are not hungry. If in 2 years your company has not changed, you are not hungry. Except there are also men of hunger. But it is automatic that people will drop off you. It's guaranteed.